You want to be an architect?
Maybe a truck driver?
Maybe a realtor?
Something in the medical field?
Huh. Listen to Career Paths Unedited on that.
Thursdays.
Trude? I'm just happy. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's like I've known you for years, but how's the girlfriend?
She's good. She's
Are you
good.
getting married?
Well, yeah, thinking about it now. Now I got a job. Gotta pay.
You're gonna pay.
The other stuff.
Oh, you'll pay. You'll pay. Talk to a guy that's been married a couple times. Oh, Ryan, you're married.
How's
for
it
your
going over there?
third time now?
Yeah.
I don't need to ever again. I've tried it, but yeah. Are you ready, Ryan?
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Welcome to Career Paths. By Infinite. I'm your host, Ryan King. And today with me, we have co-hosting Victor Boudreau. And our guest today is... Actually, I don't know your names. See?
Hold on. Can I interrupt you and help? Can I help you out? You're
Sure, yeah.
Who'd you talk to at the office? Sorry, Tom.
You're good.
I think his name was Jim. Breath.
Who are you again?
The host.
Oh,
He's the
my
captain
God.
now.
He's going down with the plane, that's for sure. Welcome to Career Paths by Infonet. I'm your host, Victor Boudreau, with Ryan King. Okay.
Yeah.
Our guest today, Tom Trude. Hey, Tom. What's up, man?
How you doing?
I haven't seen. Yeah, we actually haven't seen each other for quite a while.
Yeah, shoot, it's been what?
When did you get out of that store?
I got out in See, now you got me thinking. I think it was,
Sorry, what was I thinking to get you thinking? How dare I?
I want to say it was 2018.
Okay. So yeah, but we didn't work at the same retail store, but we were at the same company and we communicated. Although I was out either vice versa, inventory and crap like that. So or I'd stop in because it was a sports store, and I like sports. You like sports?
Oh yeah.
Have you? Who's your? You have an NFL team?
Yeah, I mean, I was born here, Seahawks fan, so,
Okay.
I mean, but I was a big Alexander fan, Hasselbeck back in the day, so that's what got me going with Seahawks.
Have you seen the picture of me way back? I'll show it to you.
That one right there, right?
Yeah, that was close. Smart aleck, isn't he? Tom, and your girlfriend? How's the woman? How long have you been with her?
I've been with her over 2 years now. So.
Okay, now, and just I asked him if he's going to get married now because he has a real job now. He might, she might marry him because he has a real job now. Is that
You know, I got a checklist. My own personal checklist.
Okay, and trust me, I'm sure she has hers.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hers is her sending me TikToks of different rings she likes. So.
Huh. What's her name?
Her name's Megan.
Megan. Hey, Megan. Okay, so did you go to school for some of this? Is that okay? Because you got done. Because I've seen you online on some of the social media, and that's obviously how I contact you for a good time. And so how do we want to start this, Ryan? So look, what are you doing for a career? What did your new job is? What's your title and what do you do?
Yeah, so I am a software QA engineer.
Okay,
So,
and that is?
And that is, so I work for a development company, and so, creating apps for, whether it's for a phone app or
Okay, yeah.
a website app, and I do the tests, so I run test scripts on the programs and make sure that the devs are completing everything properly.
The devs are
bugs.
developers, by the way.
Yeah, the developers.
I got a Q in it.
Software developers, yes. Which I aspire to become later on.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So that's progression. That's what you're looking to do.
Mm-hmm.
How did you went to school just recently for this or for development, correct?
For developing.
You did retail before that. See, I know stuff about you. I'm just trying to work it. So I don't want to get too far off track, but I want to make sure that people know that there's more things going in life than just, I go to work all day. Sometimes I do. How long did you, where'd you go to school? And what was it and how long was it? Give me a background on that.
Yeah, so I started out at Eastern Washington University studying computer science.
Ah, okay.
So
There you go.
bigger subjects like the overall.
Yeah.
But then I started focusing more on, SCC, Spokane Community College, actually offers a software development, which is a more specific title inside there for less money.
Less money always.
Less money, but it was more,
Yes. What you're trying to do.
Yeah, and I mean, just to be brutally honest, I mean, the teachers out at Eastern for the non-software stuff,
Uh-huh.
they're terrible.
Huh?
They're terrible.
So, Eastern Washington, congratulations.
Sorry, you need to work on your your math department.
Huh.
But
Huh. So, how long did you go, how long were you at Eastern?
yeah, so I was at Eastern for about I want to say a year,
Okay.
and then
It was only a 4 year and you wasted all that time.
yeah, right.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, you spent all that time at quality education.
So actually, I did start at SCC before, but then I moved over to Eastern because that's what I thought I was going to do is computer science.
Sure.
But then that happened, so I went back.
Okay.
So overall, total time there and back, I did end up spending about 4 years
Okay.
at total after I
Which-
did SCC.
Right. Did you do anything, college or extended education out of high school for anything?
No, not really. If it wasn't just for my own hobby or anything like that,
Okay. How old are you right now?
So I am 24, turning 25.
There you go. Okay, so, see, I thought you were older just because we've known each other so long, but we've known each other longer than that, so obviously, because of the retail thing. Right? Got that? I'm just trying to help you out, host.
Hey,
The hostess with the mostest.
couple things really. First of all, I don't know why, and I've been saying this for a while, why colleges haven't started changing the way they do things and only make you take classes for what you're actually going for. I mean, there's so much of this, well, you got to have a year of French or something, and it's like,
Yeah, I'm never going to use that. Why am I
Yeah.
doing this for what the field I'm
and
going to?
I think they could get a lot more people going to college
Possibly.
and actually finishing, for one, on their whatever it is they're going after because they didn't have to take all these extra classes and stuff. But back on track of what we're talking about. So, what got you interested in
Software.
doing all the
development.
software and stuff?
Yeah, so what got me into it was, it all started back in high school, actually, where it was the
Boomerang.
attempt.
I apologize, Tom.
Back in high school, so I was trying to make money, and
Really?
Yeah.
How crazy.
I know, how crazy, right? I was a nerd that wanted to buy the new Xbox coming out at the time.
Mhm.
So,
You're an Xbox guy?
I'm an Xbox guy.
Okay.
I do a lot of PC gaming now, but I'm an Xbox guy.
Okay. I'm just clarifying console, since I also still do that once in a while.
I do a little too much than I should, but
I worked at the other store.
I know you do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I still do once in a while. So, I still have a PS5, by the way, because I'm waiting for the slimmer, cheaper model.
Oh, okay.
See? Somebody else had to clue me in on that, even though I worked for that store for a while. There'll probably be a slim model come out, because that's pretty big these days. Did you get the new Xbox?
I did get the new Xbox.
Okay, not to interrupt. I interrupted. Sorry, Tom.
Good.
Okay, so, but you're a gamer. Obviously, that was part of it.
Yeah, so I was a gamer, and I wanted to get the, my dad gave me, $20 for lunch every day, or $20 for lunch for the week.
I was going to say
But-
every day? What the
Every
hell,
day.
Dad?
Man, I wish I'd be eating steak for every lunch, But, so.
I need to meet your dad, apparently. Dad, adopt me.
Had to do more than just save, the $3
Right, so you're
each
trying to
day.
get extra money.
So what I did, I was like, I looked at the problem. I was like, okay, what can I do to make more money as I was like 15, 16.
Right.
As a 15-year-old. I was like, okay, well,
You Googled this?
I ended up Googling this next portion here.
Okay.
So everybody was breaking their phones. So, what's the need that everybody, what they needed?
Sure.
They needed to fix their phones. An iPhone 4 at the time, was completely glass front and back.
Oh.
People are dropping it. There's, mom and daddy are buying them phones, so they're dropping their phones and breaking it. So, I just word of mouth, and it spread throughout the whole high school. I just made over $1,000.
Wow.
Not only students, but faculty members too.
Wow. So you're fixing phones.
Yeah, fixing
I didn't
phones.
know this. Okay, so okay.
So that's what got me more into. I mean, I was always a nerd, but more into.
Yeah,
like
you come across
electronics.
that with the other side part of your life. You wanted to cover that. Okay,
Mhm.
we all are nerds in one way or the other. I just want to point out because, sorry, I just know you don't. For what you do, the other side, that other fun part of it, I would say, we'll touch on that. Right, it's a kind of a teaser because Ryan doesn't even know. Anyway, so you're a nerd and you made extra money.
Yeah, so I made extra money, and you know, I mean, that's just where it started. You know, it was just more of diving into that, and you know, I was into sports, obviously. You know the other side of my life too.
You know, working retail and
so-
sports and.
Yeah, so that was the thing is I tore my ACL my senior year,
Oh wow.
and so I couldn't compete physically. So
Were you? How'd you tear that? Working out or?
I was in it. It was in the third game of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, for football.
Okay.
So
So you okay?
yeah, which sucked.
Yeah.
I was
your
starting
senior-
running back that year too.
Ah,
so
it happens. Okay,
it
so
happens. But yeah, so anyway, so I couldn't compete physically.
right.
So I was like, well, I'm not done. So maybe I should try and compete mentally. And so I joined FBLA, which stands for Future Business Leaders of America. And
okay.
that's what got me more into, I went into Cisco networking class, so I was actually doing some networking stuff.
Wow.
And then we did Cisco networking, so, you know, all your, you know, internet.
I guess I'm
diving
not
into
that
it.
savvy, so I'll be talking to you in the near future, Tom.
And then MIS, which is Management Information Systems,
Okay.
so databases and stuff like
Sure.
that. So we, you know, went to state, which was cool.
You mean there's a competition on this stuff?
Yeah, it's competition on the state.
Wow, see, I didn't know that. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
So yeah, went to state on that.
And that's still available to high school kids?
Yeah,
That,
they
okay,
did-
see, I
mean,
didn't
so
know.
we-
I'm an old guy. I don't know this stuff. Awesome.
Yeah, everything from, I mean, what I just talked about to other business titles. I mean, it was just a broad range of subjects that you can,
Wow.
yeah, you
Okay.
can actually do that.
Okay.
And who's the smartest, quote unquote.
Right, but if somebody's I'm learning. That's why I love doing this. Is even though I'm not smart enough to find this, but this, you can if Google something or whatever you're into something, go looking if you want to compete or you want to have fun doing it. Okay.
Oh, and you know, Ryan, you brought up a great subject too. Is you know about colleges, you know, not being more specific on their curriculum and stuff like that. Why do you have to take French if you're not studying for it to be a master's in French? And Google actually just recently dropped their requirement for a college degree to get a job there.
Wow.
Yeah. So you know, it's you don't actually have to. At least in my field, you know, it's more of they lost a lot of talent that they could have potentially had
Because of that.
because there's a lot of these people that there's so much more knowledge. It's just because of like you know Googling things or you know looking things up on YouTube. So I mean, it's crazy that yeah you can learn.
You miss. Oh yeah, you miss. I know. I don't personally, but I always says anybody younger. It's like you guys have the technology. It's there. I do once in a while to learn something, but not much. But so out of that, you went from doing that stuff in high school.
Yep.
You graduated.
Graduated and I was like, well, I'm not playing sports anymore.
No, you.
I gotta. I mean, you know, it's kind of just the whole. Pressure.
Although you look like you work out or something possibly.
We're got a little bit. I mean, you know, COVID kind of hit and took a little break. So it's
What did
still
you?
on
What
break.
you do some other kind of competition, don't you?
Yeah.
What would
so-
that be, Tom? Could you share with our
So-
audience and Ryan? Since I do know what it is, but since you're a wimpy looking guy and you're a computer nerd, obviously. What else do you do? What do you do for fun?
So for
We'll get back to the other part. But
so for fun, I mean, it's
is it fun?
It is fun. To me,
Okay.
it's fun. I mean, obviously, right now, you know, I probably don't look like a.
You don't look bad, trust me, Tom. I think you look good. I'm not hitting on you. I know you're taken. I would have had you a long time ago.
But yeah, so yeah, I also have done bodybuilding on the side. I want to get back into it as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, COVID hit, and I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
compete.
Yeah.
And I was also looking for a job, so I mean, that's the thing is when I find a priority.
Because I don't remember like a couple of years ago, last time I don't remember the arms being as big as they were. But I've seen pictures online where I'm going, yeah, he's competing. I was more. Yeah, he's a bodybuilder. He goes on Mr.
Yeah.
Buff.
Yeah, I've done I think eight different shows. I did my first national show the summer before COVID hit.
So geeks, if you want
See, I
to be,
didn't think so because he was so white. Normally, you
I know,
gotta get
well,
real tan, you know.
Spray tan. It's
Yeah.
fake.
he hasn't had to do it lately. Huh. And you're still getting back into that.
Yeah, I still go to the gym.
Okay,
You know, it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
it's right now. It's a part of my life. It's not my life.
Sure.
So, but yeah, my priority was just trying to get a job and put the time and effort I did
Right.
into that.
So Ryan, am I interrupting any questions you have on this part?
Probably.
You're the host. I'm sorry. Host? Who'd you
So-
talk to in the office? Never mind. Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
think it was Johnny. I don't know, I'm bad with names. So you've done the college, and now you're getting into the career and stuff. What obstacles did you have, like going through the college part? I mean, besides like financial, but what other obstacles did you come across?
Yeah, it's just finding the balance between the things you want to do and the things that you kind of have to do, but that you want to do. So, like, obviously getting the degree, I wanted it, but it's more of a chore to get it right. But then also finding out the other things that you want to do, your hobbies. So that's where the bodybuilding came in. I started working out when I was 13, and then if I couldn't compete in school sports anymore, obviously I'm not the biggest running back out there, so I'm no Jaquiz Rogers or anything like that. Small but 180 pounds. I mean, I am now. Definitely Jaquiz Rogers is better in shape than I am.
You're 90. I think you look good, Tom. I'm not hitting on you. I think you look good.
But so that's where the whole bodybuilding thing came in. My buddy actually he was like, "Hey, come on this bodybuilding show with me."
Yep.
And I was like, "Okay, sure." I'm like, I'm into lifting. I know who the bigger bodybuilders are. And then all of a sudden, I was like, "Wow, these dudes look ripped." I was like, I've always wanted to be like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it one time. And
See what happens.
I did it one time,
How'd that work out?
and then I won. And so then I was like, well, shoot, I can't stop doing this.
Well, you could, but
I gotta.
but I like the
Stop a
reaction
winner.
I'm getting. I'm a nerd, but I'm getting attention. Am I right?
Maybe I got attention too.
You met Megan after this, obviously, so that didn't hurt.
It's true.
See?
It's true. So, I mean, that was the thing. Is it just I did one, and it's kind of like I got addicted to doing it.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
and it was just the process. And there's wrestling was a very competitive sport, but this was even more, almost as rewarding because I mean it's a lifestyle, right? So you have to.
I would imagine.
You gotta get up and do cardio in the morning, and then you're packing your food for the day. Eating 6-7 meals a day.
Wow.
And then you're working out. Strict regimen. 7 days a week, and then also doing cardio after that, and then practicing your posing. I was there until they closed the doors.
So ho-hos and ding-dongs don't usually help you.
Ho-ho ding dongs were on my phone while I was doing cardio, giving me motivation just to have some satisfaction of something.
Can I interject a story? The gentleman that you're referencing,
Yeah.
there's he used to be a bodybuilder. And
I-
what he did before and he still did after the fact, his eating habits, chocolate chip cookies,
Mhm.
he would crush them up and sniff, but not eat them.
Yeah,
part of
that's-
his thing.
That's a thing, and I did it.
Okay.
So
See, that-
speaking about working at Just Sports, out in the valley, is one of the coworkers out there. She had gotten mac and cheese from the food court. And I was like, can I just smell that real quick? And so I just, and I was like, okay, you can eat it now.
Sure, that does help. Huh?
It's just that stimulation of the brain.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to do what you had to do.
He said it. I'd read articles where he said it did what it needed to do, and other people were freaking out. I'm like, what the heck?
I mean,
Look at the build.
So now, did he sniff them or snort them?
He just sniffed
Oh,
the
yeah.
aroma. The aroma.
Okay.
Thank you. I'd heard other.
I mean, if people are freaking out, it makes you think he's snorting them.
It wasn't snoring. Just most people eat. You and I, we eat chocolate chip. Look how fat I am.
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
We're getting way off track.
I didn't even wait for him to cook.
So you transition, get it, blah blah blah. Where were we at?
So we were saying,
I
you were
interrupted.
saying, what do
Yeah.
you do? We were talking about balancing, what it was, working towards a degree, but
Doing the
it was
side
just-
stuff. And
just stuff on the
I don't
side.
know where we went to.
I forgot where we went.
Yeah, me too. I was-
Yeah, it was all about the stuff,
The cookie.
obstacles and stuff. Yeah.
Who'd you talk to in the office?
was his name.
No. I gotta go up there and talk to those guys. So going through your high school, or not high school, the college stuff, and going from school to school, because you obviously jump back and forth. What was the worst part of doing that? Were you financially taken care of? Dad help you out with that more? Did you have financial aid? I'm trying to get back on track, just so people understand, kids understand. Hopefully somebody can watch this. Reason is hopefully negative information helps somebody out, and we might help them out with bodybuilding or sports at this point. What was the worst part of doing that, or hardest part going through the schooling stuff besides the schooling itself? I mean, there's always extra, something stands out in somebody's head.
Yeah, and I think that was a little bit more of a drive for just motivation with everything else too. So initially, I did have some help financially when it came to school.
Good. It's not a bad thing.
But then I had a little falling out with my mom for a couple of years.
Oh wow.
And so there was some stuff on that, and but overall, I might have just a handful of loans that I had to take out. But
You
I
didn't
don't
go into
think,
major debt like a lot of people do these days.
No,
Okay, thank you.
not major debt. No.
Well, that's what college is, from what I see.
Barely into the 5 digits. So.
Okay. All right.
So I mean, nothing crazy there, but I think the greatest hardship is going back to just trying to find the balance with everything, right? It's just more of how can you stay sane while you're trying to work and go to school? Because that's the thing is I was working full time, going to school full time, and doing the bodybuilding on top of that.
I did something like that years ago, and
See, to me, that's just more proof because I get so many people that like, I go to school full time. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
no,
You
you don't.
can.
I
You
can.
It depends. What else do you want to do? What else do you want to accomplish?
Right.
And it was just
Goals. What are your goals?
Yeah, exactly. So.
What was the best part of doing all this during that time frame?
Best part of it was the reward I got from everything else. I mean, not only did I get a degree, but I have a whole case full of trophies.
Show
mean,
off. Whatever.
A lot of self-discipline, life, stuff.
Yeah,
Things
life
that-
learning
yeah,
that you
like-
can use the rest of your life.
Like you said, it's more of the things I can tell my future kids, right? Be like, hey, you think you got it tough right now? Let me tell you, I was going to college.
Exactly.
I was getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and I am still doing physical activity and still studying and getting graduating with honors.
So okay, so what was the process? Was there help through the school, college to get you this job, or how'd that progress? How'd that happen?
Yeah, so it was more of there's a thing about making it through
Right.
and then actually engaging yourself.
When did you
classes.
actually finish your college or the?
I actually graduated last spring. Great time to
Yeah, during the excitement
Right
of
when-
throughout the world.
right when the whole world shut down.
Okay, but you
so
survived,
jobs
obviously.
everywhere, right?
Yeah, jobs everywhere. Yeah, but
So
I survived.
Yeah.
So I graduated, and then obviously I was looking for everything, but it was right in the beginning with everything just kind of stopped.
But were you still applying and looking through this whole thing, right?
Yeah, I was still applying, looking through this whole thing. I mean,
Just a matter of time till it happened.
It was a matter of time. Yeah, and I mean, I got a couple. Thing is some people stop when they send out 40, 60 emails, and they just give up for a little bit. But it was just.
Did you give up for a little bit?
No, I mean,
Just kept going?
I kept going. I mean, yeah, did I do a little bit less after that?
Sure.
Yeah, but it was because I knew it wasn't the right time to do it. I was
There you
seeing
go.
the same job posting. But if you're not if you're not continually looking and saying, "Oh, I already applied there," you're not looking harder.
Yeah, you gotta hit them.
You got to just keep doing it.
I agree. Got something, Ryan?
No.
Okay. And you've been working there a month-ish, or was it 2 months now?
So I got the job.
Right.
And I just started this week.
Okay.
Actually. So
Because I try to keep track. I know I saw that. That's one reason I reached out to you. What's it like now that you're working?
it's different because I'm like,
Did you learn any of this stuff in doing the schooling now that you're actually doing it?
this I can actually say, and that's why I will preach to a lot of people
Sure.
to go to a place that has a good reputation. So SEC has a good reputation
School,
for software.
okay. School
Yeah.
training wise, thank you.
Exactly. My dad said that he was a plumber steam fitter, actually just retired at Eastern, and he said, "Yeah, so I hear some of the bad things about the teachers. Some of the teachers, not all of them. I'm not gonna say all
Right,
of them.
right.
But I still went there. But it was just because I had some friends that were going there, and that's where I went. But yeah, no, I kicked myself for switching school. I probably could have got done with school a lot faster.
You learned.
But, learned life experiences. But going back to where we were talking there, is the things that I learned, I actually can take and say that some of the stuff I'm actually applying, and it's actually helping me to be able to focus on some of the other things. The actual stuff that the company is, what we're building.
Right.
At the company there, I can focus more on that rather than the process and the tools that we're using, because I've already used these tools before.
Okay.
So I can actually say, I am.
Wow.
So what's a typical day like for you then? Your task, your hours, that type of stuff.
Yeah. So essentially, what we look at is you got like 2 hours of meetings total.
2 hours of meetings?
Yeah, meetings.
Okay.
So
Is
then
that-
those are spread throughout the day.
Okay.
And then 6 hours of actual like hands-on work with everything that we're doing.
You actually have to work.
Actually, I will.
You sit down and
I'm
work
like
really
it.
hard like this.
I'm like at Just Sports, I was just throwing that football back and forth in the store. I was selling stuff. What are we talking about?
Sometimes, yeah, okay.
But
But when you do your work, so your meetings split up. Are you working on multiple projects, by the way, or is that?
they're like mini projects.
Okay.
Right? So for me, I'm still learning, but
Sure,
I know what
your
we're
first week,
doing.
but you get a clue what's going on.
Yeah. So what we do, we start out, and I really like how they do it. We start out and we talk about what we did the day before, what we're doing today, and so it goes around the room to each person.
Oh wow.
So it engages everybody and
Sure.
makes sure that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, it helps.
So when it comes to software development, you guys, you're all chefs in a kitchen, right? Well, if you make the same dish for the same table where you're supposed to be making a dish for another table, well, then you got Hell's Kitchen going on, and that person's going to come up and ask, "Where's my food?" Right.
That's an analogy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we start cooking.
Hey, I'm all about analogies.
I'm good with that.
Well, it's the bodybuilding. He's thinking of food.
I was
Oh,
thinking
there you go.
yeah.
There's a good
Yeah.
analogy.
So it's all the multitasking. Thinking of food while you're doing cardio. That's what you daydream about as a bodybuilder. But yeah. So anyways, back.
I know I did that all my life too.
But back to So we're planning, and then it's more of like, okay, everybody knows what they're working on, so you're going to work on the stuff, and then it's for me what it will be is I'm taking, okay, this developer, he finished this mini project, we'll call it, right?
Okay, yeah.
So it's a part of the big project. That's what you do. They call it an agile environment, and what it is it makes it a more successful process, because you work on take that small portion, and I run tests on the code itself,
Mhm.
and make sure that there's no bugs in it. If there's a bug, then I send it back to them. They fix it. They send it back to me, and if it passes all the tests, then I can send it over and say it's good to go.
So you don't fix it. You just see that there's something messed up with it. What is that? He doesn't fix it. He just tells you fix it. Okay.
I know, it's the best job ever. I'm like, do I even want to be a developer now?
Right. They're gonna send it back to me all the time.
So do all these other companies have that same position that you're in?
Yeah, so
Then
that.
why do we keep getting these updates fixing bugs?
Yeah, you think
Shouldn't that
before I
already
had a
been
good
done?
question.
So it was a document. Yep, it was fixed.
Yeah. So why Tom? You got nothing. So new job, new situation. What you're doing, because what you got into after your schooling and everything. What do you say? What?
It's crappy cards.
Whoever wrote these. Is it getting into it? Is like benefits and 401 or anything, vacation, all that. Just in case somebody wants to do this, they a lot of people are looking for security, even though it's never 100%. But
Right.
is it income what you thought or what you've been working on? 401, whatever benefits, vacation, blah 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 too, like a real company.
Yeah, at an entry level position going into
And you don't have to be
This-
specific, but
yeah, but it is what I was looking at. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's where I'm starting out. I know they're a smaller company that they are partnered with a bigger one,
Yeah.
so they're looking at branching off from that eventually,
Wow.
hopefully really soon. So I mean, the thing is the longer I stay there and the more I can help them grow,
you could grow
yeah, I can grow too.
the potential.
Mm.
Anything within this job so far? Granted, you're still new. I'll probably have you back like a couple months into this, so you can give us more an update what's going on. Anything that surprised you so far?
I thought I was done learning.
You're never done learning.
No,
Dumbass.
no matter what. I mean,
Yeah,
I almost went into insurance before.
Insurance?
Yeah, and let me tell you, don't do it.
we had a gentleman that placed people in insurance companies. I found it fascinating because you're not selling insurance, but that is what you were looking to do.
Well, that's what I was looking at doing it.
Right.
And it wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's not.
So,
Things are, everybody does. There's different talents, different things.
Yeah. So, but I would say, the benefits and everything else.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. I mean, everybody, most jobs have a, probation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Before you can actually
Sure.
get it, but.
But that's what offered at once you make past that.
Yeah, because it's an actual, job, right? That's
And where we
thing.
met, where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad I'm there. I'm glad the people, several of the people that are still at this store that I'm at once in a while, to, enjoy those. None of them have come on the show yet. I've invited a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah, you're the first one from that situation that's come on, from that store. I can't say anybody else from the other store. You and I have stayed in contact, so.
Yeah, I mean, we don't talk every day.
No, but
you know,
we're acquaintances that
sometimes-
have known each other for years because of what we did, because of that situation. Obviously, both Seahawks fans. Who's your team again? You have an NFL team, don't you, Ryan?
Dolphins.
Okay, thank you. Enough said. So, we're getting down to the wire already. This is easy. Well, I will have you back. Or Ryan, can you have him back?
I could, yeah.
You talk to the guys.
I'll
and
talk to the guys
yeah,
upstairs.
in the office.
Yeah. Danny and those guys. Yeah.
Dan, what did you want to be when you were a kid? Did you want-
when I was
It's
a
right.
kid.
It's right here. It said, "Cowboy." I should put a question mark and ask her, "What do you want to be?" Because everybody has a dream, and then things change.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what brought out the entrepreneur side of me of, what I needed to find what people needed back in high school. So
Yeah, obviously. I was
Yeah.
never that quick or sharp. I had other desires though.
I don't know. For me, it was, I failed a couple times at doing it, and I probably have some friends that are my friends, but no, it's only like 2 of them, so I only failed twice. I want to say, but
What?
let's just say I took on an Android phone instead of an iPhone,
Okay.
and it didn't work out so well.
Okay.
I blame Amazon though because they sent me a broken part and I tried to make it work. So
Ah.
should have just sent it back and got a different one. But
Okay.
anyways,
Wait.
so from an entrepreneur's perspective, trying to start my own business, I wanted to be a CEO of a company because I just wanted to make money.
Right.
That's the thing is I wanted to make money. So
Don't wait. Ryan, did you ever want to make money?
Still do.
Oh, okay.
Still do.
I wanted to be
But
the
would
head
you-
honcho.
I haven't
But
grown
when
up
you're
yet,
you're
so-
like 5 or 6 years old, did you have
5 or 6 years old,
or something? Kid was when you used to play. Didn't you ever play?
I guess I gotta think about when I was.
I know it's been a long time ago.
I probably wanted to be, this, football star.
Yeah, okay, that
So
makes more.
that's-
Yeah, because you progressed that, and then until you got hurt,
And
you
I was
probably
just doing,
so.
So I think that's where it
Did
started.
you ever
was-
play in the backyard, like football and catch?
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever? Thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
My neighbor, so my dad would always he'd go to work a lot earlier, and so I'd always get sent over to my neighbor's house. They were kind of like my adopted grandparents.
Okay.
And my neighbor Ralph, me and him, he'd have me running routes right before
Yep,
the school
yep.
bus came. I'd be
Nice.
catching a pass right before I get on the bus. So
There we go. Football makes sense. Any other advice you want to give to anybody listening, watching? Because we are on YouTube, we're on Amazon, we're on. Did you listen to any of the shows before?
I looked it up.
See if I was legit or not, if I was
Yeah.
full of crap.
Yeah, I had to make sure, check the
I'm full of
Carfax.
crap anyway, but just to do with the show.
But I'd say the biggest advice that I can give is, don't get lazy. Don't give up on what you want to do.
Yeah, it's not easy sometimes, and it's life's frustrating, but
Life's frustrating, but I can tell you what, that you can always feel sorry for yourself.
most people do.
Yeah, but if you actually go out there and do what you want to do, you're going to find out that you can actually be successful.
Life is a journey,
Life is a journey.
and just because you want to get someplace doesn't mean you won't get somewhere else, but it's the people, actions, and things that happen along the way. Ryan?
Agree. Yeah.
Agree.
Jeez, that was easy. That was yeah. That's it. That was quick and easy. We'll get you back an update in a little while, a few months or something like that, if you're open to that still. That you've been here, and you go, I don't know that Vic guy. Maybe we'll go over and harass.
That guy.
We're too far away from that place, and maybe we'll go harass them over there and go bother them. You know what I'm talking about, okay?
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll have to go to a Hawks game this year.
Yeah.
Have you gone to the Hawks game?
I haven't gone in a long time.
No, I went to the year before, and the year before that. I usually get to go. No, 2 years ago, I went to 3 games. Yeah, I had good times. So, that other thing is that other local football is going on right now.
Yeah, it's starting back up.
That's
so.
all it started. So,
Oh, has it started already?
oh yeah. I won't get into it now. Ryan?
Yeah,
Nothing?
no.
No, you don't even know. I know you don't even pay
I've been to
attention.
a Seahawks game.
I played.
It was a long, long time ago.
Long time ago. There you go, Tom. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell Megan thank you. Is she gonna watch this when it comes out? It'll be out in a couple weeks, so I'll let you know when. Now, let her know. Maybe your family. They'll go.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe she'll regret.
she'll kick my butt if she heard what the first thing I said was.
Should I think it first? Megan, he was talking crap the whole time. So before the camera started. So. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're gonna warn her, right? That I'm a jerk.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. There you go. Make it.
Make it.
It's
Make
hot.
it
It is hot outside, and I've been on.
warm in here. Or
It is even warm. I'm a little humid, so thank you again. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to Career Paths by Infonet. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Leave a review.
We're professionals. Don't try this at home. You might hurt yourself or hurt each other.
Comments.
Comments. Hold on.
Like.
Leave a comment. Let's see. Yeah, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Remember, it's your life. Make it happen. Until next time. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Yeah, comment on this crap. Somebody sell down. Oh my God. Thanks, Ryan. Mr. Hostess.
With the mostest.